Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Amirul Hafizi bin SHAARI. I'm from 4BEEE section 2/1. Okay, for the presentation of project. My project is about development of charging controller for energy harvesting storage using microcontroller. Okay, let me explain you simply. My project is to control the charge between charging of the storage. The storage mean battery. Either the charge go in or go out. Okay, the charge I control the charge using voltage reading, which mean I set the certain amounts. For example, I set 12.5 watt for maximum limit of the charge. So when it reach the 12.5 watt reading, the charging circuit will cut off, and then once it lower than 12, the charge will enter the storage, energy storage, the storage again. Okay, then my project also implement to show the current. Then through the what is current sensor, I used to monitor the current. And lastly, I use relay as a switching device for the turning process at the on or off the charging. This will producing a plug-in charge controller, which means if you have any power, any battery, or you have battery and solar panel or anything else for energy harvesting, you can plug into the relay and control it using this project. Okay, for the process presentation, continue. Okay, for the presentation, poster presentation, the title of my development of charging controller for energy harvesting storage using controller. Okay, before that, want to show you. This is my supervisor, Dr. Suraya binti Zainuddin. Okay. Well, intro. Nowadays, energy harvesting has become new normalization in every residence. Tools such as spotlight, smart garden system, and factory system, this method work. The factory system apply this method to work the system. Solar panel and wind turbine are commonly used for generating electrical. When dealing with energy harvesting, we can run away to discuss about the charge controller for the energy storage. Okay, problem statement. There are many cheap charge controller that are used and has been published to used by the public. Most of them do direct charging to the storage, even though the maximum charge been reached, the connection of the charge still being connected to the system, which means the charge keep running into the storage. It may damage the battery storage as the charge will not cut off once reach the limit. So to preserve the energy storage, which is the battery for a longer time, cut off mechanism of the charge are crucial so that the charging will stop once it reach maximum charge. Okay. The main objective of this project is to design a PWM mean pulse width modulation charge control using Arduino Uno R3 as microcontroller. I'm using Arduino because it is easy to deal with Arduino, as we can add more features in future, which are easy to do coding and to add the features. Okay. And then the second objective, to monitor voltage charging and current to the battery. To monitor not for voltage charging, the project use voltage control voltage sensor to sense the control to sense the voltage and also to control the voltage charging. And but for the current to the battery used to monitor only. And then to develop a simple solar charging circuit to be plugged in on relay, which means we can plug in any other circuit with the energy harvesting to cut off the system once the storage is full. Okay, for research methodology, first I start planning research. In research, I found out that to control the voltage, many of the product from recent project, they use comparator circuit, either LM385 or 389 to control the voltage charge. I wonder why they use the comparator circuit compared to the voltage sensor to control the charge. Okay. For the analysis, I do for the analysis on voltage sensor between multimeter reading and the voltage sensor reading. Design prototype using Arduino base system and testing. For testing, I can't do the laboratory testing. Okay. Okay, the project feature. This project features voltage sensing using voltage sensor module, current sensing using current sensor module, charge controller using Arduino Uno using voltage sensor, displaying on LCD, the operation mode and operation of single relay module, which in single relay we turn on and turn off. Okay, for the result, I managed to do to run the circuit, but for this is the data analysis. When I compare the voltage sensor reading with the multimeter reading, they've been different. I can see that a quite big different reading from the voltage reading. For multimeter, when I take the measurement of 8 watt voltage supply, the value shown in multimeter is 8 watt. However, in the voltage sensor, I use serial pin that connect to the Arduino Uno. It shows that 7.91, and as you can see, this 7.91. Okay, then I do another comparison between voltage sensor and multimeter reading. Okay, novelty and effectiveness. The novelty from the project is to control the charge directly using voltage sensor, and the switching device using relay can be plugged in on with any other charging circuit system, such as solar electrical charge from adapter and from both DC and AC circuit, as the relay exploit to manage both current. However, there will be limitation to the relay on how many ampere it can handle and also maximum voltage it can withstand. Okay, for the conclusion, in this project, it is charge control project for energy harvesting. The main goal for this project is to create energy control, to create a charge control mechanism that can be plugged in with any charging circuit. However, the maximum switching relay can handle is only 30 watt DC voltage and 250 watt alternate current voltage. Okay, for the reference, this is the reference. Okay, that's all from me. Okay, for the video simulation, before that I want to inform you, for I cannot do the laboratory testing as I've been involved with COVID-19 contact. So I've been quarantined for about 2 weeks, so it's rounds of my timetable. Okay, that's okay. You can see that I'm doing the video simulation in the room. Okay, thank you. Okay, for the project simulation, I do project about the voltage control, charge controller. Okay, as for the charge controller, when the voltage reach 12.5 watt, the charging will stop, and if under 12.5 watt, the charging will start. Okay, for this simulation I will show you only the controller, as I cannot plug in the solar circuit as I cannot get the enough sunlight for the simulation. Okay, as the simulation right now, I'm creating my own function generator on this. Okay, as you can see the project, when we increase the value of the voltage, the condition will show charging process, as the battery will be charged after this in this project level. Once it reach value 12.5 volt, it will stop and cut the connection of the charge, so that the value so that we can lengthen the battery life. Okay, as you can see, once we increase the voltage, as you can see, if the value is smaller than 12.38, the relay will still charging, as I connect the circuit in always normally closed state. Once it reach the value of 12, exceed the 12.5, it will show discharging. Okay, as you can see. So that's all from my simulation. Right now, under this circumstance, I cannot proceed any further testing. Thank you. That's all from me.